PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Diddy forced me to make a sacrifice when I went to his birthday party. Since then, I stopped meeting Diddy. Diddy, Jay-Z, and Tyler Perry are all in this together, and they are the worst people.
Because I saw you at a Diddy party, Tyler. And you were having a glorious time.
Well, let's say the first time. Where did these events usually happen at? Puff's house, Cassie's house, hotel? Like, where did these events happen at?
I was all super high-end hotels.
Gotcha. How often did they call you or book you?
Like I said in my I can't remember the exact amount of time. So I estimated between 8 and 12 times. Right. But it would be like every few months. But it would be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like I would come Friday night, then they come back Saturday night, then come back Sunday. And then I might not be called for 3-4 months. And then they'll just pop up. So
Sean Combs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't calling him Puff Daddy no more. I done heard he let that girl, well, I read it. I didn't hear it. I've been reading the trial. But man, nigga, like for a nigga to put calm rubbed on it, man, nobody gonna ever forget that.
Real quick. It didn't start with Puff in the room.
Nah, it never started with him in the room.
Okay.
It would only be me and her, and she said at some point her husband's gonna walk in, and I'm not supposed to acknowledge him, look at him, act like he's not even in the room.
Right.
So we'll be like on the couch, let's say on one end of the room, and then like on the far end of the room, it'll be like a table with a chair, and eventually he'll come in the room and like sit in the area, of course, the room, like watching, and we're supposed to act like he's not there.
Pardon me, not how often. How long did it take until you realized that it was Diddy?
Bro, like, I want to say like over a year.
Get the fuck out of here. A whole year?
Willingly, knowingly, intentionally participated in whatever activities that they went on. You heard what that man said. Diddy didn't ask her to pee in the mouth. She asked for that man to pee in her mouth.
So the minute I found out it was Diddy, that's when I knew it was Cassie.
So it took a year for you to find out for Cassie as well?
Yeah, okay. I didn't recognize it.
Okay, well, speaking of her, if she helped recruit escorts in the past, should she take responsibility? And
yeah, she's supposed to be on trial too.
So you feel like she was a victim?
She's a co-defendant.
So then, and I never found out with a visual cue. It was a hotel, the ex's house. And I would get there, let's say 2 a.m, and sometimes nothing would pop off for hours. So in this case, they threw me in like an extra room in the suite. Mm-hmm. And just to kill time, I happened to cut on the TV, but in the TV had a welcome message. So the TV said, ex's house would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I had no idea.
Cassie is a co-defendant. Yeah, homie, he really being tried for being a freak.
So that's how you found out that it was Cassie and Diddy by just coming on the TV and seeing the introduction on the television.
So Diddy found not guilty of all charges.
I'm going to his welcome home party. She could have been blew the whistle, man. Yeah, free Diddy.
Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome back to another edition of Shaka 401 in the main event, the bangingest thing on your urban internet radio dial. Me and my boy Pookie Nunu was just sitting here chopping it up, talking about the P. Diddy trial that was going on. Real quick, the TD Jakes video that you saw in the beginning, that's AI, baby. AI finna displace a whole lot of folk. VO3, VEO, the number 3, is a new AI video generation model from Google. And this shit looks so real, it's crazy. It's crazy. You better get on top of it. Everybody finna be out of a job. High definition videos from text to images. It's synchronized with the dialogue, sounds, background music. They trying to put everybody out the game. They don't want nobody to make no money. These folk just want enough folk around to work for the rich people. The rest of you we can get rid of, but yeah. P. Diddy trial, what's been going down there has been real crazy, man. Straight from the giddy up. Diddy pissed some folks off. That's all that come down to. Diddy pissed off the wrong people. Right now, Everyone's looking at the security guard's explosive testimony. Eddie Garcia, ex-security guard from the Intercontinental Hotel. Eddie testified that Diddy initially paid him 50 bands for the surveillance footage and then another $100K. Had to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. His testimony suggests Diddy's alleged efforts to suppress the video paid him to hand over the tape. See, that's what you can do when you got loot. But yeah, the diddler pissed off the wrong folk. If you don't know, the video we're discussing is his violent attack on his then-girlfriend, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, in the hallway of the Intercontinental. But yeah, Eddie Garcia testified Tuesday at Diddy's sex trafficking trial. I'm like Charleston White. Your name is Sean. Okay? I ain't calling you Puffy and shit no more, man. This nigga wants somebody to be rubbing baby powder all over his body. No, sir. Okay? Like Bubba Dove said, nigga, trash. No, I'm like Charleston White. Your name is Sean now, nigga. No more Puff Daddy. That's what got you where the hell you at. But yeah, trial is in its 4th week. Cassie said the incident occurred after Combs had given her a black eye during a free call. We got this guy, Sharay Hayes, coming up, a.k.a. the Punisher. An Escort, they was kicking it with him. We'll bring that to you later on in the program. But yeah, 55-year-old Sean Combs has pleaded not guilty to 5 counts, including racketeering, conspiracy, and sex trafficking. Who's looking to bring the diddler down, man? Everybody. Remember the lawsuit with Diageo on Smirnoff, Ciroc, Johnny Walker, among others. But yeah, now here's Patrick Bet David of Valuetainment. Love Patrick Bet. Has great and phenomenal content. But Bet David takes a deep dive on everything you need to know about who and why they brought Diddy down. They gave Diddy everything. Quit playing. Diddy thought he was untouchable. He pissed off the wrong people. People who taught Diddy everything he knows. And welcome again to P-Town. Check it out.
Okay, so let's go look at the Ciroc deal, what happened. So Diddy in 2007 does the Ciroc deal, which is a partnership with Diageo to revive Ciroc vodka, taking a 50-50 profit-sharing role rather than the standard endorsement. As brand manager and CMO, he elevated the brand from 40,000 to over 2 million cases a year, making it a premium product. Now, keep in mind, if you don't know who Diageo is, Diageo owns everybody. Johnny Walker, Crown Royal, Smirnoff, Kettle One, Don Julio, Casamigos, Captain Morgan, Bailey Irish Cream, Guinness. They own all these companies. So Ciroc, hey, this is big. We're bringing Diddy in. He's going to take it from 40,000 to 2 million. Profitable. This is great. Let's make some money together. In May of 2023, Diddy sues Diageo. Diddy filed a lawsuit accusing Diageo of neglecting the De Leon brand, racial discrimination, claiming they marketed it as an urban product and failed to treat him as a true business partner. Then in January 2024, they settled out of court. Diageo and Diego settled the dispute out of court. While details still remain sealed, the settlement marked the end of their business relationship. So this is from 2007 till 2024. 17 years. Could they have protected him? I don't know. Who knows what happened? We don't know the relationship. We're not going to make any accusations. All we know is, could this have been a protection where they were at the parties and they knew things that were taking place and are like, wait, what do you want to do to us? No problem. Boom, drop the bomb. I don't know. All I'm saying is the timing is kind of strange. Maybe even they wanted to kind of be like, look, we know what's about to be dropped on this guy. We want to have nothing to do with you. We're out. Here's some money. You stay quiet. We'll pay you, but we want to get out of here. The only thing that the timing is kind of crazy is January 2024, they settle. 2 months later, remember what we're sitting there doing and minding our own business? And you hear, March of 2024, the feds are raiding Diddy's Miami home and his LA home. For what? What are they trying to get? And you saw them pulling out all these boxes. What's going on over here? Federal agents raided his Miami and LA home, seizing 90 terabytes of digital data. What are you taking? Bunch of letters he wrote? We all remember this. This is nothing new. May of 2024, guess what footage is released? Cassie Ventura's footage. How long have you been having it, CNN? Since 2016. You haven't released it till now? No. Who made the phone call to say release it now? Who was kind of like, we're done with this guy. You're not back. You're threatened to say this. Release the footage, right? So they released the footage. He comes out, issues an apology, while his lawyers accuse the government of leaking the tape. It was later admitted as evidence in his trial. Again, January deal. March is raiding his house, Miami and LA. May, here's a video being dropped from CNN, even though they've been sitting on it for 8 years. September 2024, book is released, Kim's Lost Words, which, by the way, there's a lot of speculation with this thing here, so whatever I'm reading you is not necessarily 100%. It is there, it is not there. The alias they use on who wrote the book is Shanti Millwood, which is an alias for Tupac, which is kind of weird. Why would you use that? This book appeared on Amazon, allegedly written by Kim Porter, accused Diddy of abuse, misconduct with minors. Porter's children denounced it as fake. Investigators revealed the real author was Chris Todd, who claimed he compiled the book from a mysterious flash drive. Amazon removed the book a month later in October.
Sharay Hayes, the exotic male dancer, better known as the Punisher, says he had to be glistening for the freak-offs. The baby oil was mandatory. If you haven't seen the interview with the 51-year-old Sharay Hayes, who took the stand at the Diddy Trial on Tuesday, May 20th, you can catch it on Cameron's new show on the You're Welcome Network. The show is called Talk with Flea. Now, you know Cameron also was on a show with Mace. Their podcast was called It Is What It Is. But yeah, Cameron got deep into the interview. Some folks say Cameron's a better journalist than he is a rapper. But I'll leave the link to the entire interview down in the description. But Sharay Hayes, a.k.a. the Punisher, is a veteran exotic dancer who had been working in the field since '95, he said. While on the stand, Hayes said that his nickname stems from his time of playing basketball in New York. They say he's a reality TV alum. And he's also written a book about his struggles with erectile dysfunction called In Search of Freezer Meat. He said he was he said he was on vacation with some chick. You got to see it on the whole interview. I'm just giving you clips. I'm giving you enough to go do some damn research. Yeah, PushGap is like this. We like the drug dealer. Your first taste is on us, okay? We hit you on the comeback. But yeah, I give you enough of that. Go see the whole interview. Yeah, say him and old girl was in the ocean or something, and he had got wood. Say she reached down there and told that nigga, man, it's harder than freezer meat. But yeah, he points out the different things that went down, man. How much he was getting paid, and pretty much everything that went down when he met Diddy and Cassie. He talked about his direct contact whenever he went to meet with the couple, the outrageous outfits, and Diddy had on a veil and a New York Yankees fitted, you understand? A fitted cap. So he couldn't say, I don't mean to laugh. Big homie said he couldn't concentrate, because Diddy was in the room. He couldn't talk to her and this, that, and the third. But yeah, he couldn't concentrate. Fellas, holler back mine. Now, if her girlfriend was in the room, you probably okay, but somebody in the back, and it's like a rat running across the floor. You trying to handle business, but you keep turning, trying to see what's that damn noise. I couldn't concentrate either. But yeah, he breaks all that down in the full interview. But yeah, he tells us, again, who his contacts was, the outrageous outfits Diddy was wearing doing the freak-offs. And he was also asked, did Cassie have a crush on him? Say Diddy was talking about lighting and everything, whole lot more chaos. Also, Charleston White in this segment explains why Diddy won't name drop. And is Diddy just a fall guy? Again, welcome to PushGapRadios.com. We appreciate you, fam.
They begging for that dance. So, nigga, Puffy was the bait on the hook for the elite, for them to go get the best in the entertainment industry, whether it's rapping, them football niggas. He was the person he was the spearhead that they entrusted, put in position to go get, and he go keep their secrets. And he done kept their secrets. He ain't told on nobody. He ain't gave nobody up.
So 10 times, one time it was only not intercourse the first time.
The first time. And it was offered, but I was so bugged out. Like this wasn't my hustle, right? So right. I'm really in there thinking this is a married couple and they want to do some voyeur sexy scene. Mm-hmm. So we did the set up on the couches, the baby all rubbed down or whatever. And then at some point, Puff jumped up. I didn't know it was him. He left the room. She left the room to talk to him. And she came back like, yo, that was perfect. We happy. We good. Mm-hmm. And then she said to me, yo, do you want to finish? Meaning, I guess, do I want to bust a nut? You know what I'm saying? Right. And my first example, I'm trying to be professional. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, if y'all good, I'm good. This ain't about me. And I just left. you know, but she did say, all right, well, when we get back in town, we want to hit you again. Is it okay? I'm like, yeah, I just got $2K to rub down like a super bad chick. So I'm not, of course I'm down if you want to hit me back. But it was offered to me the first time, and I actually turned it down, yo. Trying to be on some professional.
Right. Was baby oil mandatory?
Mandatory, yo.
Yeah, he got a baby oil. That's just mandatory.
Why you think everybody hush, homie? He was it, homie. He ain't the only freaky motherfucker in Hollywood. Why you think the whole entertainment world is silent on Puffy? Because he was the one that can go get all niggas that like to party, have fun with them good dancing hip hop that the white folk can't go pick up on the streets. They can't go get over here. They can't act because they've got to keep it a secret. So when you come here, Puffy got everybody's secrets. If he want to get out, he can drop some names to get out.
Yeah, I believe that.
But he'll come up dead. Like Epstein. But he got everybody's secrets. And he was entrusted, nigga. They gave him Ciroc, nigga. They gave him everything. They gave him everything. And then, nigga, he got too big for his britches. Started trying to tell them, what was that? Was it the Grammys? One of them, he gave a speech to all the powerful elite white people and started telling them how black people, y'all ain't go. Man, they were silent, just listening and looking. And he's trying to chasten them about what they're not gonna, what they need to start doing. Nigga, haven't he forgot? He must have forgot. Yeah, he got videos of us and this and that. I'm sure he does. We'll send the FBI in there to seize all the videos. Once they seize the video, delete me off there, you delete him off there. Now, if J. Edgar Hoover was still alive, he go extort the politicians on these the entertainers and celebrities. But nah, homie, this a dog and pony show, and he the fall guy.
Yes, the Diddler just being prosecuted for being a freak, man. For real, for real. But what Diddy and them is doing is called cuckolding. A lot of you who know, okay, it's different than voyeurism. The way Cameron broke it down very eloquently was, there's a difference between voyeurism and cuckolding. Voyeurism, you can just look at anybody. Cuckolding is your girl getting knocked off. I think it's psychological. It really comes from a bird called a cuckold. A cuckold bird would find a bird's nest, kick that bird's eggs out, lay its own egg, fly away, and then the other bird would sit on the egg and hatch the egg. It was a cuckold. Yeah, that's what they were into. There is a difference. They said they just trying to lighten it up by calling it voyeurism. That ain't what it is. Next up, Charleston White says Diddy wanted to bang Rihanna and Chris Brown when he offered them his house. Sean, I got to keep remembering to call him Sean. I'm like Charleston White. I ain't calling him Puffy either, pimp. But y'all know the catching come before the hanging. We'll explain that right now.
Okay, let's go here. Back in 2013, Diddy was on Ellen's show, and he gave his house to Rihanna and Chris Brown so they could try to straighten out their situation. So do you think that Diddy was doing that because he was allegedly, you know, he was promoting that he was allegedly against that kind of stuff? So you think that he was just doing that because of his own guilt or the stuff he was doing?
Man, you know the catching come before the hanging. Nigga, he was trying to both of them, Rihanna and Chris. Yeah, he laying the trap, nigga, to lay the pipe. Yeah, man, you know that's that old game, man. Yeah, nigga, them niggas, them in the penitentiary do it to the young all the time with that Bible stuff. And tricked him to come in the cell and read the Bible, and he come up out of there bow-legged. It ain't went over now Bible verse. Yeah, they done went to drinking hooch. Yeah, nah, that's, you know how it is, man. Nigga just laying the trap to lay the pipe.
Clear that this was a scene we were setting up for her husband.
Okay.
So, you know, it was like couches, all the furniture in the suite was covered in sheets. Like everything was covered in sheets. So it was like a single chair across from like a big sofa. And we were supposed to sit on there and kind of, I'm supposed to put oil on myself. She's supposed to do the same. And then at some point we're rubbing on each other and we doing little like masturbating. I'm masturbating, she's masturbating, but you could tell it was act.
Right.
Like we're like in character, like one of them corny Cinemax movies. You know what I'm saying? Like the sex scene in the little Cinemax movies. So we're trying to make it look like the part, you know, and then he would give subtle cues because he's across the room and the room's dark, everything's candle lit, and he'll say like, yo, move a little bit, yo, move the candle, I can't really see, or move the body. And he would never talk to me, not one word to me, only to her. And if it's instructions for me, it goes to her and she tells me. So it was like a real scripted kind of routine, and it really went like that every single time.
Y'all know the catch and come before the hang. Charleston White be killing me, man. He be spot on. He say some dumb shit sometime, but sometime he do be spot on. But one thing he's correct about, nigga, free Diddy. Diddy just a freak, he just a pervert.
Man, they lying on Diddy. The boy just a freak, a pervert, sick, but he ain't broke the law. He kept it private. As you should. No different than going to the Playboy Mansion. How you think Bill Cosby got in trouble? The 16-year-old little girl said they was at the Playboy Mansion. What is a 16-year-old girl doing at the Playboy Mansion in the 70s and 80s? Bill, that's how the girl say Bill drugged at the Playboy Mansion. Yeah. So, that's what they do at these kind of parties. We just don't know it. That's why it's so secretive. And that's why everybody's secret about it.
Yeah. What was the most money you made doing this with them?
Every single time I came, it was $1,200 to $2,000. But like I said, sometimes I could come 3 days in a row.
Right. So,
you know, so it would be $1,200, $2,000, $1,200 for that. You know what I'm saying?
For that session.
3 days. Yeah, exactly.
Got you. And it will last 2-3 days?
Yeah, 2-3 days, but not straight. Like a few hours, I'll go home, you'll come back again. A few hours, I'll go home, come back again. You know?
That nigga's on time. That nigga's on clockwork. That's a wild nigga, man. I also seen that you say Cassie said she felt comfortable with you. Did you take that as she liked you?
Not really. I knew it was clear, man. This was something we were setting up for her dude, right? At the time, I'm thinking her husband, because she said this to me the very first encounter, right? So I didn't think it was a personable, she's into me. But obviously, if this is something that has to be done based on their sexual fetish, well, she's going to do it with somebody that, all right, I'm comfortable with this dude, you know?
Right.
So I always took it as however the vibe was, however things went, it worked for her. So that's why she said, I want to call you back, you know? Got you.
Did Puff ever appear jealous while you guys were having intercourse or participating with each other?
Not at all, man. Not at all. It was like shit. Good to go. Like I told you, the focus was making sure he got the right visuals, the lighting was right, you know, put more baby oil on. Like he was into it from an enjoyment standpoint, not. Yeah.
So, but you saying he basically never was jealous. Did Cassie ever reach out to you without Puff?
Nah, I was strictly busy. And honestly, man, I wasn't even trying to play that, you know, get caught up in some type of fantasy. I know one of the other dudes got caught up in some fantasy of they could be together. I knew what it was, man. Like, right. She with a dude in $30,000 a night suites. Like I move, I can pull it off with chicks, but you know, that's a tough act to follow. You know what I'm saying? So I saw it as an opportunity, man, and I was just trying to come through to, you know, come up whatever way I could with that easy money, how I saw it.
Yeah, I ain't knocking you, my nigga. How was that pussy, though?
But can he reclaim the throne? Is he OJ 2.0? Some say Diddy might go free, but he'll be broke and shamed. Says legacy and career is over. What about Cassie's husband? Would he ever recover from this? You sitting in court, he and your girl getting hooded out, fam. How long you gonna hold on to that? But yeah, the biggest question is, for Diddy's new career, you know, sometimes you can change careers later in life. For Diddy's new career, should Diddy go into porn? Seems to be pretty good at it. That is the question. Here's Charleston White to wrap us up, player. Then I'll be back to shut it down. Shaka 401 in the main event. We're bridging the gap between old school and new school radio on PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby.
This was a well manufactured plot and plan to assassinate his image and his character. No. This wasn't intentionally done. No, they intentionally done this. Yeah, this is humiliation. This is homie. This is the type of humiliation and crucifixion that they putting on before us. That's showing other black people. Don't y'all get out of line. This nigga got out of line. Everybody loves that hip hop dancing with that dancing hip hop. So they can't come get this dance. Why you think they like to have them all white parties and everybody in linen? Boy, they get to see that dancing when them niggas go to dancing, because that it's loose in them linen shorts. You can see the boards. Yeah, man. So they come to get all of our best niggas and bring them on party boats and mansions and all white parties and linens, and most ain't got socks on. So they comfortable. Man, shit. So who else can gather? It's like Epstein going to go get all the kids for him. We can't, but we go sneak to an island and party with him. Hey, Epstein, you got a 7-year-old back there?
Okay, now do you think he could shake back in 4 or 5 years since society have a short attention span?
Yeah, no. Man, ain't nobody gonna forget. But man, nigga, like for a nigga to put calm rubbed on it, man, nobody gonna ever forget that. So, Sean Combs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I ain't calling him Puff Daddy no more. I done heard he let that girl. Well, I read it. I didn't hear. I've been reading the trial. He might as well just. He can't come out and do what OJ did. Kind of thumb his nose at, you know. Yeah, he'll have to get into porn. Yeah. He'll have to get into porn. He can't return to the throne if he do win.
So when it's all said and done, do you think Diddy or Cassie still have a place in the entertainment industry?
No. Man, everybody go whisper about them when they come around. They go smile and talk to them, but when they leave, they go say, "Hey man, they go, hell nah, it's over with. It's over with." Diddy biggest player selling his life rights for a movie. Yeah. A movie his autobiography pick. Yeah. He compensated his for what he did to her. Made it right in the end. It's called restorative justice. She got retribution, nigga. Yeah, he restored the hoe. Nigga, man, free my guy, man. Nah, she don't owe him the money back. She earned that money. That's why he should go free. Yeah, free did it.
So yeah, it's going down, man. Let us know what you think. Comment. Thank those of you who have been commenting. We're trying to get up to 5,000 subs, man. All right? We currently have 4,400, but I'd like to let you know that we appreciate each and every one of you. So what do you think? Charleston White. Check him out. He was on Tyrone Gangster Williams' podcast. I hope I'm remembering that correctly. But check out his video. Very deep video. Again, Charleston White, player, be killing me. Never average, never mediocre. Online, on point, and on the freaking money. It's Rubber Buggy Baby Boomer Radio on the bangingest thing on your urban internet radio dial. Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadios.com, the power is in the name. Again, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we will see you next week. Thank you for following us, and remember this, the people who follow us aren't followers. Hey, don't keep us a secret. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby, and we're out.
Hey, this is Scott Moran. It's not just the brothers that listen to PushGapRadio.com. For the hottest new show in the Metroplex, it's Shackleford 1 in the main event on PushGapRadio.com. Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth. Dallas, baby.